Hey, everybody. How are you all doing? Hey. Okay, so I am solo tonight. Yes, I am. My girl is out because her babies are celebrating birthdays. Tori and Valora. Oh my goodness, the sweetest little doll babies ever. So yeah, she's celebrating their birthdays, and we just want to say happy birthday to the babies. But hey, y'all, I'm here. I'm yours truly, Twonta Davis Jones, and I'm the content creator of Sister to Sister Connection Live Show. And so, Leticia and I, we're so excited to be with you, again, even though she's not here physically, but she's here with us, right, in our thoughts and our hearts. And we're just so excited that we are able to come back again this week to bless you with some great content, conversation, and all those great things. So yeah, we are just so excited about what's to come. We have great topics coming up very, very soon, and oh my goodness, man, I'm excited. I can't wait to talk about them all. But we're gonna get excited to talk about this week's topic. But before we get to that, I'm going to talk very quickly about our self-care event. As for this month, for this coming week, well, actually, it's this weekend. For of course, this to apply for or to sign up, or I would say sign up for this month's event is already over. And so of course, next month, God willing, we will have one coming up very, very soon, and we will definitely let you know when the date that's going to be. And definitely let you know what the title is going to be. And I already put the title in my notes because I wasn't going to remember after tonight. I was like, oh, let me write it down. But it's going to be really cool. It's going to be fun, and I can't wait to share the what to add to this event. So we're going to add a little spice to it and everything. It's going to be really cool, guys. So if you really want to if you want to participate for next month's self-care event, be on the lookout for it next week, God willing. We'll be back and to give you more information on the date and the time and all that good stuff. The self-care event is something that Leticia and I really do. We definitely pour out to you guys because we realize it's something is as a priority. One of the priorities I would say that you definitely need to have for yourself. It's all about us. It's about, really replenishing our heart and our soul and mind. Well, at the same time, we are replenishing our skin or body, body care, trying out different product samples and all that good stuff, and just really having a good time. It's not even so much about just the products itself. It's just us sisters coming together and having ourselves a good time. And we are just fleshing out our hearts and our souls. And, we each in our own element, meaning that we all have our own way of how to have a woo-saw moment while we are pampering ourselves. And it's private. There's no live or video or anything like that. It's just us sisters having a good time. And when was the last time you actually had a good time with your sister friends, getting pampered, not just pampered in terms of, your nails and pedicure, that kind of thing. And that's cool, but really getting pampered from the inside out, fleshing out, exfoliating out what's been rubbing on your heart for quite some time and all those great things, right? So yeah, this is something that, we definitely put on the top list, put it on the list as one of the top threes, I would say, for you to make it an important thing for you to do, because we as women, we always got something going on. We always are overwhelmed with so much, with its family, work, life, because life can hit you with a major punch, a major blow sometimes, and it can really do something to you. And if you don't take that time out to just really cleanse your heart and soul out, man, you're just not good for anybody, including yourself, when you become so overwhelmed. So yeah, so get ready for next month. We will be totally excited to share with you what the topic or the theme, I would say, is going to be for our self-care event next month. Now, also, we have what we call the afterglow. The afterglow is where we meet at the end of the show. We move on over to Zoom, and we come together and we just pretty much recap on what we discussed tonight or what we have discussed on our show. And then we also just talk about life. We just talk about anything in general, right? And it's great. We all come together, have a good time. We don't stay there for more, like maybe a good 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how deep the conversation is. But most of the time, we're really there for less than that, for like a good hour or so. But tonight, we won't have the afterglow. Unfortunately, I will have to do some work. No afterglow tonight. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got work to do myself. So, it's been pretty busy, and it's all good. It's all good and all of that stuff. But I definitely need to take care of my business on my end too. So no afterglow tonight, but definitely, God willing, next week we will come back full effect and all that good stuff, and we will have the afterglow. We will have the new self-care event for coming November, and of course with a new topic, right? And also we have what we call what's news. What's news is a segment that after we have discussed the topics and the points, we go to the next segment. That's what's news, and we share some articles that we come across that you don't hear about on your 6 o'clock news. And these articles are really inspiring articles, very motivating, very encouraging. And it's also just to really educate us and inform us about what is going on in our neck of the woods. And we get to hear some wonderful stories and entrepreneurships and all kinds of stuff happening with women of color. And not even just women, but just people in general, doing some phenomenal things, man. And so, yeah, we're so excited about that segment. And we do have something to share with you tonight. So we're going to definitely get that going after we start this, when we finish our topic and our points for tonight. And also, guys, one more thing I want to share with you too is about our sister to sister connection group. Now, listen, y'all, we're still flowing and we're still growing, and we haven't even reached the 100 mark yet. That is our goal, to reach 100 sisters in the room. So if you are definitely one of those sisters that have been watching us, observing us for the past several days or several weeks, I would say, if not months, and you still have not decided, well, maybe this is the time and the opportunity to make it happen, right? So as you can see, the link is there. So just go ahead and click on that link, and it would direct you directly to our group page, Sister to Sister Connection. And I'm telling you, y'all, you will not be disappointed because, of course, Leticia and I, we get on there live every now and then, and we also drop some nuggets in there for you, and keep you guys updated or keep you fresh about stuff or what have you. But it's just a connection. It's a group page that we try our best to make it as fun and entertaining as possible. We're still learning and growing. We're still adding stuff, or we're still collaborating some things to really make the group even more special. So definitely click on that link if you definitely are excited to be a part of this sisterhood. Okay, so we're going to get ready and have our discussion tonight. So the topic for this week is enjoy your cup first. Enjoy your cup first. So what do I mean by that? And as I said, I'm the content creator, so I come up with the topics and I come up with the points and all that good stuff. And my brain just starts to go and it just goes, right? But I came across this because someone was saying something one time. I can't even directly say exactly who it was, but the conversation was so deep. And that part right there came out and it is stuck in my brain, and I understood what that person said because he broke it down a little bit more, and I was like, wow, that is so powerful, that we need to enjoy our cup first. Enjoy what is already in that cup. Don't waste it, don't spill it. Don't let it just sit there. You enjoy the overflowing or the abundance of what is already given to you, right? So yeah, I wanted to just reemphasize that to you, or remind that to you tonight, ladies, about enjoying your cup first. Don't worry about anybody else's cups. Don't worry about what's going on with your neighbor or anything like that, guys. But you definitely need to focus on enjoying your cup first. It's so important for you to really Think about that for a minute. How big is your cup? Let me ask you that question. How big is your cup? Is your cup like a little teacup? Is your cup like a mug? Is your cup like a guzzler? You know, like a 7-Eleven, they got that big guzzler cup or what have you, or McDonald's, they got the big guzzler cup, right? Or is it like a Starbucks, you know, the Starbucks cup or something? You know, how big is it? How small is it? Whatever size cup you got, what's inside of that cup? I'm not saying, like, you got your water, you got your tea, coffee. I'm like literally I'm just saying, in your life, how big is your cup? How big is your blessings? How big is your vision? How big, right? Is it small? Is it medium size? Get excited about what's already in your cup, right? Don't let it sit there. Don't let it dry out. You okay? Don't let it spill over and you don't take care of it or what have you. No, you just need to really just hold on to your cup and look at it a little bit differently, right? And go ahead and just say, you know what? I'm going to do something about my cup. I'm going to do something with what I got inside my cup, right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the first point. So what is the first thing you need to do? I want you guys to start enjoying your position first. Okay, what's inside your cup? Your position, where you stand right now. There's things going on right now as we speak that is so amazing, that is so exciting, right? And God wants you to enjoy where you are right now. Don't get depressed about it. Don't compare your position with anybody else's position, right? You enjoy where you are. You enjoy your stance, right? God put you there. You didn't just you didn't come there instantly. It was a cost, right? It took time to get to where you are. That position was costly, but it was so worth it to get there, right? And now that you are there, oh my goodness, you should be excited. You should be jumping for joy, because while you were, proceeding to get to that position, God had already give you some visions. He gave you an idea. He gave you a movie reel of what was to come in your life. He had given you a little snippet of your future. That position is your future now, where you stand in what you've been thinking about, praying about, visualizing about. You are in it right now. So you need to enjoy your position. You need to enjoy, where you are, wherever you are in your career, in your business, in your ministry, in your calling, wherever you are right now. Take advantage of that, right? Get excited about it. Don't let anything or anyone, including yourself, push you away from your position. You should stand tall and strong in that position where it solidified you, where nothing is going to move you away from that. The storm and the rain and the winds and the hurricanes will come, but you are stand rooted in your position right now, right? So if you are starting a business, if you are an entrepreneur or what have you, and yes, things are just not going as fast as you had expected, you stand in position where you are, right? You're going to have the winds, you're going to have the falling leaves, you're going to have some chills, but you stand in your position and you continue to be joyful about it. You continue to be excited about it, because there are plans, right? There are ideas, right, that needs to be executed in your position. Get excited about that, y'all. Get excited about that, right? So yeah, this is the season where things are starting to fluctuate. Things are starting to change and grow. It's starting to, move a little bit, because we are entering to the holiday season, right? October is pretty much almost over. Halloween is coming up. But after Halloween is over, Thanksgiving season is coming up. And, we might as well call it the holiday season, because after Thanksgiving, what happens? It's Christmas season, right? And so between November and December, people are already, if you have your own business, you should already been promoting products, right, for people to really put down on their wish list so they can contact you and say, girl, I want to get that set. Girl, I want to grab this. I want to do that because Christmas is coming up, right? So you get excited. You keep on pushing. You keep on believing in yourself and believing in the position that God has stabilized you in, right? You get excited because where you are is all about growth. You're not going to be there forever now. Here's the thing. You're not going to be there forever. You're going to be there for a season, right? Right. So while you there, yeah, you take full advantage of all of the things that is there for you, right? But also get prepared for what is next, right? Get prepared for what is next. And you should get excited about that because when God elevates you, it's always something good and it's always something better. Like where you are right now, you could totally be like, girl, I'm excited. Girl, listen, honey. Woo, I'm so happy, baby. Right? But you will get even more excited knowing that where he's going to reposition you, right? It's going to be even better than where you are right now, right? So yeah, you need to enjoy your position first. Don't let anything or anybody, slow you down in your position. Don't just sit there and not do anything, right? Because of, like I said, because of the slow sales or because of the slow, the economy is not, producing well enough for you or what have you. No, you keep on planning. You keep on, building, right? You keep on, hey, Karen, how you doing, beautiful? You keep on, pouring out. Keep planting those seeds everywhere you go, right? Because somebody's going to knock on your door. Somebody's going to message you. Somebody's going to DM you. Somebody's going to call you and say, girl, I am so excited about, about your business. And I definitely want to support. And I want to this, I want to do that. I want to, buy this. I want to do that, what have you. You never know. You never know how your seed is going to bless somebody, right? If you are a book writer, you don't know how that book could be a blessing to somebody during the holiday season. If you have already published your books and everything like that, and yet the sales has not been going so well, girl, bring that book back out. Bring that book back out and go ahead on live or whatever and promote yourself, girl. Promote that you in a good position right now to go ahead and promote that book again, because that book was created by God through you, right? He had poured in the words that you need to put on that paper, meaning that those words are ageless. The words are timeless. So if you wrote that book 5 years ago, baby, that book is gonna be a life changer for someone else in 2022. You see what I'm saying? It's just like the word of God. His word is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. His word is still fire. Come on with it, right? So whatever God has poured in you, through you, on that paper, is the same thing. That book is going to bless you, right? Ain't it the truth? Yeah, girl. And we all need to, we all need to stay encouraged and be encouraged because, whatever you have already started 6 months ago or a year ago, don't shut it down. Don't put it in the back of the closet. Get that stuff out. You in the right position right now to go ahead and be creative. Come out busting out with something totally off the pocket, right? Be that rule breaker. I just had Sunday school in my church not too long ago, and my minister, my mentor, she was teaching tonight, and man, oh man, it blessed me because you know what? Jesus, he didn't follow the normalcy. He broke the rules, right? And it had to be broken. Things was not the same anymore, right? And you got to be that person in that position that you in. You got to learn how to break the rules. Okay? Right? And here's the thing. Those who are all about the rules, they will be intimidated by you. So what? Keep it moving. Okay? Because, they get kind of uncomfortable and all that good stuff or whatever. And that's okay. That's okay. You need to change the rules, honey. Be confident in that. Be strong in that, right? God gave you an idea. He gave you the plan. He told you what you need to do, how to position yourself, how to execute yourself. So enjoy that moment this season right now and just do it. Just do it no matter what. So let's go to number two. The second thing that you need to enjoy, my beautiful queens, okay? The second thing you need to enjoy is to enjoy where you are. Enjoy where you are right now. As I just said, where are you right now in your life? Where are you right now in your finances? Where are you right now, in your career? Where are you right now in your heart? Right? You have gone through some things these past couple of years. Uh-huh. And you're not the same person that you were 2 years ago. Okay? Even a year ago. Right? You have matured in a lot of areas in your life, right? You had to delete some things in your life. You had to omit some things in your life. You had to rebuke things out of your life. Come on, right? You had to shut the door. Right? Where are you right now? And where you are right now, you should be thankful and exceedingly glad that God got you through it. Come on. That's something right there. You need to enjoy your cup right there, because he got you where you are right now. If it wasn't for him, honey, you would be in the hospital. You be in your grave. You be somewhere, okay, losing your head, losing your mind or something. But if it wasn't for his grace, okay, where would you be? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Lady Di? Where would you be if it wasn't for his grace and mercy? So you need to enjoy where you are right now. No, you may not have everything that you desire, everything that you wish for, what have you. May not have you may not have a great financial sum in your bank account, but you better be thankful that you got something. Because maybe 2 years ago, you probably was struggling real bad trying to figure how you going to pay your bills. But here it is 2 years later, or even during the time of the pandemic, how God worked in that craziness where he had touched the heart of the people in the government to go ahead and issue some funds to those who needed it. Hey, come on now. Come on with it. Okay? We ain't had to do nothing. God did that for us. Y'all didn't know? You better recognize. Okay? And he did a lot of things for us during the pandemic, right? And even after the fact, right? Some of us had got the idea to really start venturing into our creativity, to start that entrepreneurship, to start a business, right? To just take it upon yourself to just go do it, right? Because you could not depend on the world. You couldn't depend on anybody else. You had to do something because you have a family, you have this going on, you got that going on, right? And it was no guarantee when things was going to get back to where it was before, right? So where you are right now, don't dare curse it out. Don't dare cuss it out, because cussing and cursing are two different meanings. Okay, come on with it, right? You just need to say, God, I'm thankful where I am right now. It's going back to number one about your being in your position. Enjoy where you are. Enjoy where you are in your heart and your mind and your soul. It's still a process for all of us, right? But you better be thankful that you're not in that insane asylum mindset where you were years prior. Okay. And just go past beyond the COVID time. But even think back 10 years ago, girl. Where were you back then? Where was your mindset back then? What were you dealing with back then that you sure don't want to deal with it anymore? I miss you too, Mel. Where were y'all? Where was your mindset 10 years ago? Where were you? Some of you probably were dealing with a bad marriage. Some of you was dealing with verbal abuse. Some of y'all was dealing with generational issues, all kinds of stuff. And it put you in a dark place, right? It had you to doubt yourself. It had you to second guess yourself. It had you to sit in the corner somewhere where you didn't want people to notice you existed, right? It had you feeling like you didn't belong, or that you weren't good enough, or you weren't qualified to be a good mom or a good wife or a good this or whatever. Where were you back then? If you just look back over your life and think things over, you can truly say that I'm blessed. I got a testimony. So you need to enjoy where you are right now, because where you are right now is not where you were 10 years ago. Enjoy your cup, girl. Enjoy it. You just slurp it, sip it, whatever you need to do, but you better enjoy where you are right now. Yeah, things are going crazy. It is, because we in this world. Life is still going to life is still going, right? But you should know your position. As I just said, for number one, you should know your position in God first. You should know who you are in Him. And once you know who you are in Him, then you know where you are and where you belong. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, girl. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy that your heart is better than it was before. Enjoy that God has helped you through some painful moments in your life. Enjoy that, oh yeah, I can be content now. Enjoy that my peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding, is something that I have been fighting for a long time. And I'm so grateful to God that where I am right now, oh girl, I could sit back and just sip on it, right? Enjoy your cup, girl, right? Let's go to number three. Number three is, I want you to enjoy not only your position, but where you are, but enjoy the pressure. Oh, that's totally opposite of what I just said, right? Enjoy the pressure. Y'all, listen, when you go through challenges in your life, and that pressure, and especially when you make a commitment or you made a decision in your life that you're going to make a 180, that you're about to make some decisions in terms of your ministry, your calling, your purpose, or what have you, guess what? The enemy is about to attack. The enemy is about to go ahead and he's going to start start throwing them darts. If he can't attack you, he'll get to your family. He'll get to your kids. He gets to your children, your grandchildren, or somebody that's close to you. And they're going to start doing some stuff, saying some stuff, and acting some kind of way. And them demonic spirits start bouncing all over the place and everything. I'm just keeping it real, yo, because it happened to me this weekend. I'm just keeping it real, okay? Right? And it is going to put you in a position where you're going to feel some pressure, right? And you got to know how to handle when you are under pressure. Because here's the thing. When you're going through the challenges, when you're going through that trial, when you're going through that pressure or that persecution, guess what, y'all? It's not going to last always. It's all about training you and developing you. So you need to enjoy that pressure, because you know the outcome is going to be rewarding. And God is all about rewards. He's all about abundance. He's all about upgrades, right? So that's what I mean by that, honey. Enjoy the pressure that you're in right now. No, it don't feel good. I know you're going to cry a little bit. You probably will shed some tears. I know you're going to be like, what in the world is going on? I get it. Been there, done that, y'all. But when you seek counsel with Him, God will minister to you, whether it's through His word or whether it's through another minister or another evangelist or somebody in your life, and He will minister to them to get to you, to tell you, don't you dare give up. God has a calling on your life. So yeah, you're gonna get all kinds of craziness on all sides. But honey, you look to the hills from which coming your help. Your help comes from the Lord, honey. He's developing you. There's something great that the devil don't want you to have. There's something fantabulous, okay, that the devil is intimidated by. He don't want you to see it. He don't want you to feel it. He don't want you to touch it. He don't want you to sniff it. Okay, he don't want you to know that, ooh, I'm smelling something sweet and fragrant. Ooh, I'm smelling the goodness of Jesus, right? I'm smelling it. He don't want this. Guess what? He'll get you sick. He start attacking your body, right? He get you weak, right? And then you be like, I don't know why I don't feel so good. And right? And you like, I was feeling fine 2 days ago. Now, all of a sudden, now I'm feeling all out of it, and all those things. Because the enemy doesn't want you to win. He doesn't want you to touch what God has ordained for you. So you win this pressure cooker, right? This pressure cooker called life, right? And you need to know how this works. You need to know how this works, because as soon as you say, yes, Lord, I will. As soon as you say that, yes, Lord, I will, Devil said, oh no, you won't. Right? But you gotta let the devil know that he ain't got no power. You gotta let the devil know that you lost all of that, partner. You know what I'm saying? Well, you ain't no partner of mine, but you lost. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I already won because Christ is in me, right? So yeah, but you understand why you are dealing with what you're dealing with, because it's all about purification. It's all about peeling off all the ugliness of what you've been carrying, because you've been using that as self-pleasure. You've been using that to try to deal with the issues that you're tired of dealing with, and it got you more deeper in trouble, right? But see, God wants you not to depend on your flesh or depend on your little tricks, but he wants you to depend on him. So he's gonna put you or keep you in a little pressure cooker for a little while until all of that stuff is eliminated and you have nothing else to grab on to hold on to except him. Once you realize that and acknowledge that and you accept him completely to take complete abundance and charge of your life, boo-boo, baby, come on. You know, at the end of all what you endured, girl, it's going to be a good ride. So enjoy the pressure. Enjoy what you got in your cup, baby girl. Enjoy it, okay? Okay. Now, the last point I want to share with you tonight, y'all, okay, is that you need to enjoy. What's the last thing we got, Bob Mama? The last thing you need to enjoy in your cup is the promises. What did God promise you? What did he promise you lately? Did he promise you long life? Did he promise you that he sticks closer to any brother, that he will never leave you nor forsake you? Did he promise you that he will always be your provider? Did he promise you some things? What did he promise you? You need to take a sip of that. Because when you go through that pressure, see, the enemy is going to start playing with your mind and have you to ignore or deny the fact that God said what he said that ain't true or ain't happening. So you got to know what the promises God said to you. Every one of you that's watching me right now, you have been promised to God by something. God promised you specifically to you, right? And you need to regurgitate that in your memory. You need to put that back up there in your head, honey, and in your heart, okay? And you need to take a sip of that. You take a sip of that. Enjoy the promises of what he said he's going to do for your life. Enjoy the promises that he said that, I have a plan for you, a plan to bless you. Did he say that, y'all? Jeremiah 29:11. Did he say that? Right? That's a promise. But there's so many others that God promised that he was going to do for you, in you, through you. Y'all. And those promises are legit. Come on with it. The promises he said that he made, the covenant relationship, that's a promise right there. If you say yes to him, that marriage between you and him is solidified. Ain't nothing gonna break that. You know what I'm saying? That's a covenant that cannot be broken. That's a promise right there. He said, I'm gonna be with you to the very end. Now you may wither off because you are really feeling the pressure, and you don't know how to handle it, and it's like, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna get my bags, I'm packing up, I'm done with this Negro, I'm done with these knucklehead kids, I'm gone. You may go off for a little bit, but God's still right there. And then after a while, when you have done what you need to do and everything, and you like realize like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit out of pocket, I'm feeling lost, then you cry to God, you call back, he's right there where you left him, boo. Right? He said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. People would do that. Right? And I know we can count our hands, toes, and probably have to borrow somebody else's hands and toes of how many people broke their promises to you. How many people betrayed your trust? How many people say, oh, girl, I support you. I support your business. I'll be there. I got you, girl. And they ain't show up. How many? But God never lied to you when it came to his promises, right? You need to enjoy whatever he had promised you at this season of your life, and you need to sip on that. You need to just gulp it down, honey, right? And let that strengthen you, right? Let that, build you up, okay? Let it just, give you a whole different look on life. Because yeah, life is something. Yes, it is. It could teach you some lessons, baby. Yes, it can. You think you got it all together? You think you Miss Missy child when life comes your way? Honey, it will humble you real quick. Okay. And you need the Lord in your life to help you through the challenges that life presents on that platter for you, right? So you need to enjoy the promises. Enjoy the promises that you made to yourself. Did you promise yourself that you would never abuse your own self? Did you promise yourself, I'm not going to go backwards? Did you promise yourself, I'm not going to continue to procrastinate? Did you promise yourself that I'm going to maintain consistency in my business? I'm going to continue on doing what I'm supposed to do. You made promises to yourself. Enjoy those promises, right? Hold on to that. That's right, Karen. God has never lied and never lost a battle. And that's something that you need to hold on to right there. He's never lost a battle. And as long as you got him in your life, you ain't got to worry about it either, right? So what are the promises that you said to yourself? I want you to post that down right now. All of you that are watching me, I want you to post that down. What promises that you have said to yourself? Write one of that, and then I want you to write the promises that God says to you. Can you do that for me before we move forward? Right? What are the promises that you have said to yourself that you say, okay, you know what? I promised myself I would not cheat myself. I will not cheat myself out of my money. I will not cheat myself out of my business. I'm not going to cheat myself. I'm going to continue on learning and disciplining and training. What is it that you promise yourself? Because when you go through these challenges in life, it has you to waver on that. And we've been there, done that many a times, man. We say, okay, I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to go back to this bad habit again. And then after a while, that situation comes, or some situation comes, and it changes your whole mindset, and you start to feel some kind of way. Then guess what? You get weak. Guess what? That flesh start itching, right? And then you want to go and scratch it, but you trying your best. But you easily go back over there. The same thing you said you wasn't going to do to yourself, you did it again. So what is it that you had promised yourself that you would not do to yourself? I want you to write that down. Karen says, I will not quit, sidetrack sometimes, but never give up. That's what you promised yourself. Awesome. And I want you to write one of the promises God said to you. So you said, I will not quit. She said, I promised myself I would not quit. And I think all of us should have that there. I would speak to nations. Come on, girl. Yes. I would speak to nations. And this is it right here. This is global. This is global. Right? Your word, your statement right there is global already. You may not be with me live, like, physically people seeing your pretty face, but that right there is global. You already spoke to the nations just by saying that. Just by what you had already posted. Isn't that powerful? Because somebody is listening and watching this, and they are responding, based on what you have put down in the comments. I will not quit. I will not cheat myself. I will not betray myself. I will not lie on myself or lie to myself. I'm going to be real. Right? Who else is on here? Is Diane still on here? Melvina, are you still here? Besides Karen? Right? Who else is on here that can also go ahead and contribute to this? Because we need to write this down and look at what we put down. That's another thing too. Don't be afraid of what you want to do with your life. You need to expose yourself. You need to expose yourself. You don't want nobody to expose you. You don't want that light shining on you. So you need to expose yourself. You need to expose your truth. You need to expose, your mistakes. Acknowledge that, right? Enjoy the promises, whether it's from God, you, right? The promises that God says, you know what? I'm going to be with you every step of the way, no matter what. I'm with you right now, even though I put you in this pressure cooker. I'm with you still. I'm not going to leave you. Yeah, it doesn't feel good, but I'm doing it for a reason. I'm putting you through this process for a reason. I'm pruning you for a reason. Yes, it's not to punish you or anything like that, right? Diane, what is it that you promise yourself? And what is it that God promised you that stays in your heart? I want you to write that down for me before we move on, okay? Because I know you ladies are here. I know you are here. Just put it down there. Just put it down there. We got to take full accountability of ourselves, of what we say we're going to do, and just share to the world, right? To share to the world, what you are doing and what God is what He's gonna continue to do for you, right? I promised myself that I was not going to cheat myself. I'm going to stick it out and learn. I'm going to take it upon myself to really activate more and educating myself, right? And not being impatient. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do this for me because it's a reason for me to know this information. I don't want to be stuck in the past and thinking that what I already know is going to be beneficial for this season and the season to come. No, because things are changing around us. It's always moving around. It's always evolving, and everything that we know now is not going to help in the next 5 years or for the next year. So yeah, we got to continue to learn and grow. We got to continue to change and be pliable, right? We got to be pliable. Don't be so stiff-necked. Don't be so rigid, right? You know what I mean? So yes, enjoy the promises, right? Enjoy your position. Enjoy the pressure. Enjoy where you are, my queens. Yes, please do that, right? Right? So we're going to move on. We're going to move on to our what's news, right? And just to let you ladies know, for those of you who had come on a little bit after, there is no afterglow tonight. As you know, I'm solo. My girl Leticia Campbell is not with us tonight because two of her babies are celebrating birthdays, Tori and Valora. Yay! So go ahead and give a shout out to the girls and say happy birthday to those little doll babies, right? And God willing, come next week, we will be back together again with the new topic and all those things. Diane says, I promise that I will not respond to my triggers. Ooh, I love that. I will have kept my peace and joy. I love that. I promise that I will not respond to my triggers. That is so powerful. Ooh, girl, you don't know how much that has blessed my spirit right there. And I think every single one of us can agree to that. We have some triggers. Because when it gets really heavy, when it gets really intense, when that heat really starts to feel some kind of way, eventually we start to get, we start to respond to those triggers. Right? And that's why we're in this pressure in this situation right now. We don't feel so good because God doesn't want us to continue to depend on our triggers to get us out or to put us deeper in the hole. He wants to purify us from all of those triggers, from all those nasty things or whatever you want to call it, so we can be dependent on him. Seriously, it's the truth, man, right? So as I was saying, there is no afterglow tonight. Of course, this Saturday is the self-care event. Okay. But we will next month will be having our November self-care event, and I'm so excited about that. Come next week, God willing, we will give you the date and the time on when that self-care event will take place in November. So ladies, get excited about that. And it's going to be absolutely fun. And it's gonna be something enjoyable. So definitely, ladies, don't overlook this one. You got this. Make it happen. Just come along. Right, just make it happen, ladies. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our what's news. Our what's news tonight. And again, this is a new segment, or actually it's not new anymore, but it's a segment that the Lord had put in my spirit a while back to actually, share some articles that you normally don't hear or see on the news or what have you. And this is where we introduce some articles about what's going on in your neck of the woods, or what's going on in other areas of the United States, and what's happening in other people's lives, and so forth and so on. And it's so inspiring, so motivational, inspirational, all those great things. And I just love with the articles that we come across. And our dear producer in the background, Miss Therese, she had come across this powerful article right here. This is so amazing. This is a former Air Force staff sergeant who launched an organization to help cancer patients find wigs. Wow, this is amazing. First of all, girlfriend is gorgeous. She's stunning. Second of all, she is a military. She was in the military, in the Air Force, and then she decided to launch this organization because of her mom, that was also also a cancer patient at one time, and of course she had to go through the chemo and all those things like that. And of course, with that, her mom had lost all her hair, and she did not have the resources, right, to have a wig made that was comfortable with, right? So, but her name is Marquita Breslin. Marquita Breslin. Okay, and this is the American Wig Association, which was founded this year. Get excited about that, right? And she says, after learning about wig making while helping her mother through cancer and effects of the chemo, Akita realized there was no organization tasked with helping those looking for wigs to really find capable wig makers. The American Wig Association help wig makers easily connect with clients across the United States who are looking for high quality wigs. Um, the association was birthed from an idea of helping connect people who need wigs with people who make them. Okay. She said she spent a lot of time in cancer centers and seeing and talking with people who suffer from permanent hair loss. Those individuals have a special place in her heart, and it's always been a dream of her to create a platform to connect people who need wigs with people who make them. So, of course, she has a link for you ladies to go ahead to learn more about the American Wig Association. And this is absolutely beautiful. I'm telling you, ladies, whatever God has put in your heart, whatever ideas that He's put in your heart, sometimes I know we ponder on it and we ponder on it. We like, oh, this is such a great idea. And you like, I don't think nobody has done that before. And then you keep on overthinking it. After a while, you kind of like, you know what? It was just a thought. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna pursue because you start thinking crazy, you like when nobody's going to support or nobody cares or nobody's interested. How do you know that? How do you know? You already just shut the door, right? So if you have any ideas or any visions or something that you've been pondering on, yes, just go ahead and make it happen. Go ahead and make it happen. And this beautiful queen decided to do something because of what her mom experienced and other cancer patients have endured and whatnot. And yeah, because your body is going through a major change when you going through that chemo and all those things. And it's hard to really find something that is comfortable altogether. You know what I'm saying? Because your body is just going through a lot. But wearing a wig and all those things is something that, a lot of people probably didn't even think anything about, that it was uncomfortable at one point in time. I didn't even think about it in that way. Never would have thought of it. And for us women who likes to wear wigs on occasion, I can agree, because I tried to wear a wig one time, just to, this was like years ago. And you find these wigs on these websites and stuff, and it looks pretty and everything, and you buy it, and then when you try it on, it's either too tight, or they have the string to adjust it or whatever, but it still doesn't sit nice on your head, and it doesn't look natural looking and all of that stuff, and you get a little annoyed and frustrated because you spend money on that thing. Right? But you make it do, because some people go get them pins and bobby pins, and they, like I did a couple of times in the past, just to make that thing work. But at the end of the day, it's still uncomfortable, because as soon as you get home, you like, take that sucker off, right? Right? And that's for us who have hair. Okay. But for those, who lost their hair, and especially those who lost it permanently due to the chemo and all those things, you never would have thought that it would be very uncomfortable, because of what they've been going through. And even for women who has alopecia. Okay, there's women who lost their hair due to alopecia as well. Some have, fallen in love with the baldness look, bald look, or what have you, and with very little to no hair, and they look absolutely radiant and glorious. But there are some that want to do both. They want to have that natural look, but they want to wear a wig. But again, sometimes it's challenging. But I thank God that this beautiful queen decided to go ahead and answer the call on that, and to really make that to move forward with that and make it happen for women to actually go and there you can finally find a wig that will suit you, that will suit your style, that make you feel good, that make you look good, all those things, right? So yeah, absolutely, guys, go ahead and take this article. Please share it on your news feed. Pass it along to anybody that that is a cancer survivor, that have at once upon a time they enjoyed wearing wigs before they got sick or what have you, and just pass it on to somebody. You never know how this could be a blessing to someone. If it doesn't apply to you personally, then definitely it may apply to somebody else that is watching, that's watching the news feed. Okay. But that's all we got to share with you tonight on our What's New segment. But listen, ladies, I hope that you were blessed, and I hope that you truly enjoyed the topic and the content tonight. Again, our girl Leticia is out tonight because her daughters are celebrating their birthdays, little Tori and Valora. And so God willing, next week we shall be back. There is no afterglow tonight, because normally when we're done, we go directly over to the afterglow and we have a recap and all those good things. But I have work to do myself, so of course I won't be able to participate in the afterglow. So other than that, my beautiful queens, I want you all to have a great night. And also, again, before we do go, that if you wanted to be a part of the Sister to Sister Connection tribe, make sure that you go ahead and click on that link to show that link one more time before we go. For those who are watching this replay, make sure that you click on that link, ladies, and go ahead and it'll direct you to our group page. And our goal is to reach 100. We are almost there. We're not quite there yet, but we're almost there. And we definitely want to make that the big event come by prior to the end of this year, to have 100 like a party, if you will, because we finally got 100 people in the group. Yay! Right? So again, share this link too. Share this link with some of your sister friends as well, and invite them in as well. And there's 3 questions too, by the way. 3 questions, ladies. It's very quick and easy questions to answer. Make sure you fill those things out. Oh, thank you, Karen. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But make sure you share this with your friends again, and have them to fill out those 3 questions. Also, and to put down their, I think that we also request to put down their email. I'm not sure, I forgot, but make sure they fill out all the questions, okay? Because that's what's either going to make you or break you. Seriously, because we don't want to invite just any old body. All right, we are very particular about that. We have every right to be, okay. Okay. But other than that, guys, I want you all to have a blessed night, a blessed week, a blessed weekend, right? Take care of yourself and all of that. We will have our after not afterglow, I'm sorry. We will have our self-care event this Saturday evening. My girl Wakitha, I don't think she's here tonight, but I'll check with her later behind the scenes. But for those of you who did sign up for the event, hopefully you have already got your packets and everything. But we're gonna have a good time this coming Saturday evening for our self-care event. And again, next month we will let you know. Next week we will let you know for next month's self-care event that's going to take place. We give you the date and time and the theme for that next month. Okay. But other than that, guys, take care of yourself. Love you and see you next week. Bye.